Welcome to this session of Yoga with Carl for skiers. This is going to be a short, sharp session. It's just to get you going. It gives you some of the highlights. I've got a longer, sort of 30-minute or so session on the site. But this is going to be enough to get you going, whether it's in the morning, midday on the mountain, or once you get home and you want to get stretched out and relaxed a little bit. So some of the highlights, and once again, yoga is about improving your balance, which is critical for efficient skiing, for making sure that you're putting as little stress on your joints as possible, and with the goal of skiing well into your future. Whether you're 68 like myself, and whether you want to be skiing at 78 or 88, yoga can help you get there. So let's get started then. Let's start with mountain pose, lifting up from the arches, hips rotated a little bit forward, shoulder blades down the back, and breathing. That breath is going to calm you. Let those muscles relax a little bit so that you're not too tense on the mountain. And let's bring those arms up overhead and bend to the right. Weight on the left foot, creating a nice crescent arc to the one side, coming back up and to the other side. And back down. Let's open it up to the left. Hips still facing forward, feeling that in the sacrum. And back into center, straight spine, and opening up to the other side. And hands back down. Let's bring the feet into this. Let's go with the right leg and just rotating those ankles. You want to get those ankles loosened up. Critical in the carved turns when you want to make sure you're bringing it around and getting ready for the next one. One way and then the other way. And if you want, bring a little balance into this. Knee at about 90 degrees. Rotate the ankle one way and the other way. Let's do the other foot. Rotating that ankle one way, then the other way. Bring a little balance into it. One way and the other way. Okay, now let's go into a couple of moves that are going to be really helpful for lower body, for the glutes, for the hamstrings. Make sure the thighs get some work, and the calves as well. So much of skiing is about lower body. So let's just bend forward. Belly into the spine. You can fold your arms. And hands on the thighs. Half bend, nice flat back. Head extended. Butt extended. And back down. Let's roll it up. And let's go into a high lunge. Right foot forward, left foot back. Knee over the ankle, up on the back toes, high lunge, and great move to build the strength. Open up the hip flexors, build the strength in that back leg. And you want to do the motion on this one on the back side of the body, back leg. Think of working the moguls. You can put your hands on your hip bones if you want to make sure those hip bones are straight. And let's come back up. And we'll do the other side. Hands up. Back foot up. Weight on the ball of the toe there. Knee above the ankle. and let's work it. And if you want, you can go all the way down and rest that back leg on the mat and come back up. Now let's go into another forward bend. Hands down, and we'll go into a plank position. That's good for strengthening overall the body, the arms, but also those legs. And into down dog. Back into plank. And then let's do three-legged dog, and knee to the right elbow, knee to the left elbow, and let's bring it through. Back up into the high lunge, and we'll go to the other side. Let's bring it down into the plank. And downward dog. That left leg comes up. Knee to the left elbow. Knee to the right elbow. And knee to the nose. And bring it through. And back up. Now let's go into chair position. This one's going to help you when you're tucking. And it's going to also give you a chance to stretch. Bring the arms in prayer position. Abdomen tucked. And let's roll forward and bring the left arm over the right thigh. Back up into chair position. And let's do the other side. Prayer position. Flat back leaning forward. And twist. Prayer twist in chair position. Feeling that through the sacrum. Feeling that through the glute and the hamstrings. And let's go back up. Okay, you've been doing some work on the back, so let's bring it down. Open up those knees, touch the toes, and let's go into child's position. It's a counterflex to compensate for some of those moves you've been doing. It can be an active move. You can raise your wrists, be up in your fingertips. And from here, let's go into tabletop position. Tabletop, we're going to do cat and cow. Exhale for cat. Initiate it with the tailbone. Curve that spine. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. And let's go back into plank. Back up to down dog. And let's step it forward. And come up. Back into mountain pose. Feel how your body feels differently from when you started. And now let's do a few balancing moves. Sometimes you may want to step off your mat. The floor may give you a little more stability. And let's start with tree pose. This is a simple tree pose. You can have your foot on the ground, abdomen tucked once again, shoulders down the back, or you can bring your foot up to the calf, or bring it up further, up to the thigh. Find a position, a spot on the ground, your drishti, where you focus. As long as your abdomen's tight and you're focused on your drishti, that'll help with your balance. You can be pushing the thigh into the foot and the foot into the thigh, and there's your tree pose. You can also grow your tree. And if you really want a little challenge, try closing your eyes and see how long you last. That's tricky. We'll do the other side on tree. To the calf, to the thigh, stomach tucked, focus on the drishti, and breathing. Yoga is the marriage of breathing and movement. It's a moving meditation, and I think we all know that skiing can be very much like a meditation when you're flowing down a mountain. And there's just you and the snow and the turns. We all love to be there. A couple more balance moves. Let's do Warrior 3. We're going to have the right foot forward. We're going to put the left foot back. And we're going to load the weight onto the front foot and just raise the back foot, going for 180 degrees from the head to those heels, at least the heel that's up. And you can go into Superman position and bring it back. Let's go to the other side. Once again, if you're comfortable with just a little bit of a raise, or even with your back toes on the ground, that's a great place to be and a great place to start. That's Warrior 3. And let's do one more balancing move. This is Half Moon. Looks a little bit like Warrior 3, but you're opening to the side. On this one you can start similar position, but you want to open up the hips and then come up into this position, Half Moon. Opening up through the groin, and if you fall out, come back in. You need to focus on your drishti. Focus on that one spot, keep the abs tucked, and bring it up. And the other side. And let's not forget, having a block is a great tool. It brings the ground closer to you. So if you want to go into that Half Moon position, starting with the hips open, raising that leg, and that block, you get all the same effects, opening up all those muscles through the groin, energy out through the heel, and back down. And that's a short series of moves. Let's get down onto our mat, onto our backs. A couple of short closing moves. First of all, lie down and bring those knees in once again. Give that lower back some relief from all that work. Try to keep your tailbone flat against the ground if you can. And let's move the hips to the left and drop those knees to the right. Looking over the left arm. And we'll shift the hips to the right. Drop those hips to the left. Looking over the right arm. Back up. Oh, once more. Give that back and let's roll up into easy seat. Cross-legged. On a lot of those maneuvers when your knees are bent, you want to keep your toes curled in. Same thing on an easy seat like this. Sitting on your back, at least the back of your posterior, if you will. Spine straight and breathing. Thinking about a nice powder run, thinking about dropping into a chute, thinking about starting out on a green run on that fresh corduroy after the runs have been groomed. Crystal blue sky, and another great day on the mountain. Thanks so much for allowing me to guide you through this practice. Yoga's helped me a lot, and I hope it helps you. Namaste.